Hello and welcome everybody, and we're back on StumpsCraft SMP today. So in this one we're going to be picking off from where we left off in the last one. I was clearing out this whole little section in here and we're pretty much needing our floor done and 2 rooms back here. So the main goal was to pretty much get just like a little chest room back here and a furnace room, and I'd also like to get this flooring in as well. And I did need to go back and double check our levels at that farm because the farm wasn't working for us last time, so I definitely think we need to go pay that another visit. And I do want to enchant this diamond pickaxe that we got because we didn't get a chance to actually do it. Which actually, speaking of that, I'm going to go do that right now because we're going to be having to dig all these couple rooms in here out. So I'll go meet you guys back over at the farm. Oh man, I'll tell you one thing, I can't wait to build a bridge across all that water back there at the front of my house. Man, it's so annoying. Okay, sweet, and we've just finally got 30 levels, so that was actually really quick. I didn't know if I was going to come back here and expect them to not be dropping down as much again, but it seems to be working really well right now. So the one mistake I have made is I did not bring any lapis with me, so I was actually going to be stopping at that enchantment table, but it looks like I have to run all the way back home, then back out here again, so I'll see you guys once we're at the enchantment table. Man, that sucks. Alrighty, so we made it to the enchantment table. I still don't even know whose enchantment table this is. I feel really bad for using it. Oh, I'm breaking 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that's actually a really good pick. Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to quickly dig out this little room in here, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty guys, so now that we've got all this cleared out, we can start with looking at where we want to put our chests. So I was originally going to have them side by side, and have them something like this, but I don't think I will. I think I'll probably have them going long ways like this, just so we can store a lot more chests in here, and we can have like a lot more items go through here as well. So I think that's going to be the plan. And once we have them go this way, I'd like to add like a enchantment room down the end here as well, like in the end of it. But the only problem with that is because you've got 1 block to even it up for where the enchantment table goes, the center of our room here is actually 2 blocks, which kind of sucks. So I'm kind of thinking of actually just pushing this over 1 more block, which I'll probably do in just a second, but that's kind of the layout that I'm going for, so everything lines up. That's one thing that really annoys me, when things just don't line up. Oh god, I don't know, it just triggers me seeing things just not line up and be square in the place. It does my head in. So I'm gonna have to just like push this back an extra block, this pillar here, and fix that up just so we can have our enchantment room centered of the room in here, which will look pretty good, I reckon. So I think that's gonna be the plan. So I'll have the chest going this way, and I also made a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns as well, so I'm going to put a few of them under the chest for some lighting, and obviously we'll have some up in the ceiling as well. So I don't know where I might actually put the lanterns for underneath the chests here. I'm thinking maybe at the front somewhere, across like this, and then I can have like stone bricks at the back just to cover a bit of the floor underneath. So I'll smelt down some of that cobble for the time being for our stone bricks, and I'll just quickly move this pillar over, and I'm going to start stacking all these chests on the sides, and we'll start looking at how we want the ceiling to wrap around the tops of these chests as well. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty, so we've got ourselves a little bit more work in here done now. So I'm probably just going to have this as 1 whole cobble wall at the back here, just so it looks like there's some sort of block being put behind it, and I'll do the same obviously on this side here. But I've also been having thoughts of having my bedroom built in through here instead of having that as a enchantment room, just so that if anything happens where like I die or something like that, I'll be spawning right next to all my chests and everything, and then not in some other room somewhere else. So I'm thinking I'll probably turn that into my bedroom, and I'll have our enchantment room built into our furnace room at the back of our furnace room over here somewhere. So I think that's the plan I'm going with now. My plans do change a little bit as we're building along, because it's like you come up with all these extra ideas and whatever else, so sometimes these sort of things change. So I think that's what I'm gonna probably do now, just to change that up a little bit. And I'll have these come up something like this, I think, because we'll have a bit of a smaller doorway for our bedroom there, and then I can have these here. We can have like some armor stands in there as well. I think that might look pretty cool. So I think I'll just quickly dig these out and just fill this with cobble, and then we'll stack all these chests in here as well. I don't think we're going to need any more lighting built into the back of the walls here or anything. I think once we get a little bit in the ceiling here and get rid of these torches, it should be alright. We'll see how we go. I'll tell you one thing though, we're definitely going to have to hack down like a bunch of trees just to get enough chests for in here. I just realized that's going to take up a lot of logs of timber, so I think I'm just going to have a quick sleep, get through the night, and go out and hack a heap of trees down, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And very last one. There we go. Sweet. So safe to say, I don't think we'll be running out of any storage anytime too soon just yet. So that's the main thing. But man, that took a lot of stacks of logs, I'll tell you that. And it's not even like a ridiculous amount of chests here either. So I think now the main thing is I'd like to have a bit of a look at this roof just to see if I need to add any more or take any more out of it, which I think, going from the look of it, I may have to. Probably just one more layer, that would be it, I reckon. And I'm just going to make a few more of these birch slabs as well. And then we can add some lanterns up there and just have a look and see how it looks once I get rid of the torches with the light in the ground there. But man, at some point I think we're definitely going to have to like find some cows somewhere around here because we've got like literally no leather like at all. Yeah, okay, that actually doesn't look too bad up there with the birch on the stone like that. But what happens if I get rid of these torches? How dark does it get? Oh, you know what? I think that's not too bad. I think that'll be fine. It gets a tad dark around in this center part a little bit, but I've still got to come up with some sort of good floor design that I can hide the lighting in as well. So that's something we'll get to at some point. Even like glass block in there with a lantern down underneath it, 2 blocks down, might do the trick, but we'll see how we go. We're not really up to that point anyway. I think the main thing is we just want to get like some of these main rooms, like a chest room and like a bedroom and something simple like that sort of built. That's the main priority for me at the moment. Before we go doing a heap of traveling and collecting a lot of gear, at least we can come back and actually store everything everywhere in a nice space. So I think the next thing now, I'd like to probably clear out our bedroom in here. Like this won't be a massive room, obviously. This will just be a neat sort of little room. And once we get that room built, I think that's when we might start clearing out this section in here for our furnace room. I think that'll probably be the next thing. But sadly, I don't think we're going to be able to get an enchantment room in this episode because I'm going to have to go out and find a fair few cows to have to breed and kill at the same time to be able to get enough leather and stuff like that to be able to actually make enough books for bookshelves and whatever else. Okay, sweet, and that's pretty much our little room in there all cleared out, and I'm going to add some logs up here as well in these corners here, and then I'll obviously do the same there, and then I'll probably have 3 beds that sit in there. But I was having to think about it, it'd be cool to have like either in the foyer or in here, or even both if we wanted, like some sort of waterfall effect that comes down off the walls on each side. I was thinking about doing it over here as well, but I don't know if I will. It's just a bit of an idea I had. Have it like a slight little pond effect on each side of the walls as you walk in. I think that might be pretty cool, but we'll see how we go. We'll finish off more of this room first. And actually, speaking of that, I've got to go and get more logs as well because I chewed through them all for these chests. So I'm gonna have to go chop a few more trees down again. So I'll see you guys in a minute once I've got a few pillars built in here and a bit more of a room together. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And we are back, and man, this is actually looking really cool. I've done a little bit more in this room down the back here. I'm not too sure about the paintings yet. I'm just going to leave them for now and see how it goes. I still want to add a bit more detail in here, and I also did the ceiling up above. That's been left pretty simple like the rest of it, and I also put the armor stands in each side here with the heads on it. So I think once we get a bit of armor on those, it'll actually have a pretty cool look on the sides there. And another thing I also did was I changed the roof in our foyer area. I just made it a little bit higher, pretty much just matched it in with these ones as well. But I think for now what we'll do is I'm just going to fill in this ceiling up the top here, get that looking the same as the other ones, and then we'll start probably clearing out this in here for our furnace room. So we've now done this little roof up in here, and with this furnace room, I don't know how big I really want to make this, like nothing too crazy, but just enough to get a few furnaces in. I don't think we're going to be really smelting down a whole lot of stuff. I've actually been contemplating just making like 2 sets of iron armor just to sit over the top of our armor stands over there, just to finish it off, to make it look a bit better, instead of waiting for us to have some broken armor or something like that. So I think we'll only have probably 5 each side. I think that'll be plenty because, like I said before, we're definitely not going to be smelting down like a lot of stuff all the time. So I think 5 on each side, which makes obviously 10. That'll be plenty of furnaces. That's probably already too many. So I'll see you guys once I get this cleared out. So we'll have our normal pillars just in the corners over here, and then actually no, I've got to take one more layer out of the roof. Actually, I forgot about that. And then we'll match in like our cornices of the logs into this one, and then we'll do like the same sort of roof. I'd like to go more detailed with some things, but like it's kind of hard to do that when obviously you don't have like a lot of materials. So I'm thinking we'll have stone bricks in the sides here, and then probably hide them on some jack-o'-lanterns just for extra lighting. I don't know how that will look. I'll just put some furnaces across here and put trapdoors over them, and I'll see how it looks. Alrighty, and we've finished that off now, and it actually looks alright. Like I said, it's nothing crazy with detail. It's just sort of a neat furnace room. Obviously there's only so many blocks and everything we got to play with, but I reckon it looks quite neat, so I'll probably keep it like that. I think put our leaves at the back and our hidden lighting at the back of these trapdoors tucked in behind them. And now pretty much with how I want this enchantment room to sit, which obviously we won't be getting on to that today because that'll take us a fair bit to get that sorted. I'm probably going to bring another 2 pillars in like that and have a 3 block wide opening. I had another thought where I could probably do the same design how I did down there with the armor stands. So we have 2 armor stands in here as well, so we can have these sit like that, and then 2 more armor stands, and we'll leave this empty obviously just for the time being. And so I think that's the design I'm going to be going for. So now all I got to do is I'm just going to fill these with the armor stands, and I'm just going to do this ceiling, and I'm probably going to just make up a couple sets of iron armor just to sit over the armor stands because it'll look pretty cool, I reckon. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And there we have it, guys. Our ceiling's in, and I put some armor on the armor stands, and I did the same over here as well. So it's all coming together now. It's actually looking really cool. And I've been having a little bit of a think, so I'd like to go with that idea that we had before with putting the water fountains on each side of this foyer sort of area. And I also want to put some armor stands up in here. It just looks cool. It just fills in like some little areas here and there, I reckon. So I think that's what I'm going to do in these little slots, and I'm going to add those little water fountains in here. So I'm just going to clear this out and have water coming out from the top, and I might bring this out to like here somewhere, I think, and have like a bit of dirt through here, and we can sort of wait for that to grow and become grass, and we can have a little bit of grass in here as well. So I think that'll look pretty cool. I'll just complete this one side here just to show you guys what I mean, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh man, guys, I've been trying to come up with some sort of water fountain idea through here, and it is just like not working out. I don't think this is working. This looks horrible. Oh man, I do have another idea which I'm probably going to use. I'm not going to go with the idea that I originally had and just rethink my idea here. I think I might just do that instead. Okay, I think that looks much better. It's a lot more of a simple idea, but it just, I don't know, it just looks way better than whatever I was doing before, because whatever I was doing before looked horrendous, man. Oh, that was horrible. I can come up with some good ideas sometimes, but that was not one of them. So basically, I'm just going to do this exact same thing on this side, and I'm just going to fill these armor stands with armor as well and put some mob heads on there. And there we have it. Our whole entry is all finished, but I don't know how it looks with like an extra row, something like that. That actually might look better. I won't go 3 high. I think 3 high might be a bit too big. Oh no, I think 3 high might look alright. Yeah, sweet. That actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. And then pretty much now, all I've got to do is just the floor. So I've gotten rid of all the torches in here as well, so I can see where all my dark spots are. And the idea I'm having for lighting in the floor is like a glass block and then a jack-o'-lantern like 2 blocks down, so it can still bring the light through. So that's the idea I'm going for with that. And then pretty much that's going to run roughly in the middle of the floor, and then I'm going to have a heap of like stone brick stairs going around it for detail in around the floor, and then I'm going to have to come up with some design outside of that. It's probably a bit hard to explain right now, but I'll just do this little foyer area. It'll just help you guys understand what I mean exactly. So I'll finish this part of the floor in here. And there we have it, guys. So that is going to be our floor design. So what I've done is basically put all these jack-o'-lanterns hidden down 2 blocks, so we've got glass on top, and it also shows the lighting through it, so we could get rid of our dark spots that we had through here. And I'm also contemplating putting just a bit of water through the gaps in here. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm about to just try that out. But yeah, this is the sort of detailed floor I wanted. It's a little bit different to what I'd normally do, but it's actually turning out pretty cool. So I thought I'd try out a bit of a different design for once. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. It'd be pretty cool to hear back. Oh man, I'm actually really digging this water look in here. This is actually so cool. I've actually never done a floor in Minecraft like this before, and it's actually like, I'm actually really liking it. I'll tell you one thing though, I'm so happy that they brought this into the game where you can actually put water in between like the stairs and stuff like this. It's such a good add that they've done. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a floor that I don't normally, like a floor design that I don't normally do, but I might have to do floors like this a little bit more often. And the other cool thing is it's like infinite water sources wherever you walk as well, so I can just like grab one from here and it just all comes back. So it's actually quite an efficient floor as well. That's the good part about it. But anyway, besides me frothing over a floor pattern, I'm just gonna go and finish off all this floor all through here and in our furnace room, and I'll see you guys once it's all finished. And we are all finished. How cool does this all look? This has actually turned out so good. And down in here, I finished off the walls in our bedroom as well, so we got all this with sugarcane and the water behind it. I did the same thing as what we did in the foyer. here, and this room actually looks really cool as well. I think I'm going to keep the paintings. Don't know how long they'll stay there. I wish I had like a real big painting that would fill that whole thing, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, that's our bedroom all finished. So we're pretty much kitted up to what we need with our house now. Like, this is as good as it gets for a starter house, I guess you could say. Definitely the ultimate starter house. In the next few, no doubt, we'll end up getting ourselves our enchantment room built into there as well, which would be pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much us all finished now. And we also need to get some item frames at some point all through here to label all of our chests so we can have all of our stuff organized. But I think one of the next things will definitely be a cow farm, because we need a lot of leather to be able to make all these item frames and an enchantment room. So that's definitely the next thing on the list, I think. Well guys, that is going to be the end for this one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the floor design and everything like that for basically our ultimate starter house. But anyways guys, I'm going to leave that there, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.